Empowered by the dark magic of Majora's Mask, the Skull Kid is here and he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Accompanied by his twin fairies, Tattle and Tail, the Skull Kid attacks with them along with notes from his ocarina, while also mixing in the dark power given to him through his mask. When used properly, Skull Kid is a deadly area-based fighter who can constantly surprise his enemies with his unique moveset. Skull Kid's standard combo is aggressive and mobile, consisting of 7 attacks. First, he attacks ahead of him with his 2 fairies while playing a note on his ocarina, then he does the same again. He turns around and attacks a 3rd time like this. His 4th attack has him rush forward empowered by his magic. 5th, he does a magic spin going upwards. 6th, he will crash down to the ground again. And 7th, he finishes off with 1 more spinning rush forward. Overall, this is a decent standard combo. However, the rushes forward on the 4th and 7th attacks can make this somewhat difficult to focus. As I said, Skull Kid overall is an area-based fighter, but as long as you are aware when he is going to suddenly rush forward, you can use this to your advantage to chase down your selected targets. Moving on, when using Skull Kid's heavy attack, he will pull out a different instrument, the same flute that the Twilight Princess version of Skull Kid uses, on which he plays a short tune which will then summon in a puppet to do 3 attacks and then disappear. At most, you can have about 3 of these puppets out at a time, although to be honest, this attack may not be worth it. At best, this is a decent distraction against the general so that you can wheel around and hit their back, but it's not a very crucial move otherwise. His first combo is a very fast uppercut, however Skull Kid himself stays grounded. This is great for juggling enemies, especially when attempting to break small enemy weak point gauges. Next up, his second combo is a quick face laser beam, which attacks from left to right. By moving Skull Kid when he is firing, you can perform a sweeping attack almost completely around him. This attack is excellent, especially when you're surrounded. His third combo, where he throws out exactly 10 dark orbs which then explode on the ground, can be a bit deceptive and tricky to use. You can get finer control of where these orbs explode by rotating Skull Kid during the attack, much like his second combo. However, these orbs always explode a short distance away from him. This attack actually has a lot of uses, but probably the most important is that this is one of the best boss killers in the game, especially considering that you don't have to be right next to the boss in order to perform it. Fourth comes one of my favorite attacks in the entire game. Using his ocarina, Skull Kid summons a sudden tornado in front of him, which vacuums up enemies in the area who are then spun around before a meteor falls down in the center and explodes. If this weren't already great enough, Skull Kid has an excellent little taunt right after he has rained down all of this destruction and there's nothing but rubble left. Skull Kid's final combo has him jump into the air and summon a giant spirit bomb of dark energy as his 2 fairies buzz around him. Once it's ready, he drops it down from above, causing a truly massive explosion. This attack hits in a circle all around him, making this a great combo to throw out when you're really surrounded by a lot of enemies. Now, when using Skull Kid's 4th special attack, you're going to want to aim it a few feet in front of him. When activated, he will summon a ring of dark energy which damages the enemies caught within it before he finishes this with an explosion. Overall, Skull Kid is a fun character, but he has his strengths and he has his weaknesses. His standard combo is mostly very focused in front of him only, but on the other hand it's very mobile and incorporates 2 spinning area attacks, whereas his weak heavy combos are almost entirely based around hitting as many enemies as possible. However, fitting his reputation as a trickster, to me there are few attacks more entertaining than him suddenly shooting lasers out of his eyes or giving enemies the ride of a lifetime in his tornado. He may not be the best in one-on-one fights, but there are few characters who can create more destruction or laughter than the Skull Kid.